Wow.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Oh my god, this is our deck. Who did that? I don't think Silicon Valley is going anywhere.
What's up?
It has to be disciplined. Hey guys, welcome to Silicon Valley Girl, finally. From Silicon Valley. We are about to see the house that we rented online. First time in my life renting a house online. First time thing, actually getting a house. Because when we came to the US for the first time, it was really hard for us to get anything. Like, we got declined for every apartment we applied for. Then I had to get a co-signer, my aunt, and she helped a lot. But then this year we started applying for houses in Los Altos Hills, and we got declined. Because people told me you actually need to offer higher price, you need to create a deck about yourself, which I did this time. I'm gonna tell you more about the process, but right now we are driving to see it for the first time. We're gonna leave some stuff at the door because our car wouldn't fit all of the luggage that we have. But wow, this is so exciting.
Wow, it's amazing.
Okay guys, one important thing. When I was looking at this house, this orange tree was full of oranges. Who did that? Who took all of the oranges? I was like imagining myself waking up, picking up an orange and making myself an orange juice. We only have lemons now. Till next year then. We just realized we have an extra territory. Surprises of renting a home remotely. I didn't even know, because this is like our driveway, and this is something extra. We're gonna ask the lady who's renting it out. We're gonna ask the purpose of it. Nice. By the way, not sponsored. We used this company to store our things for 6 months, and it cost us around $250 a month. And they just store everything. And the coolest thing about this service is that normally when you want to pack everything, like you want to disassemble your furniture, you ask the movers to do that and they charge like $300, $400, but they also move, that's included to that price. But these guys, they charge $59 for initial appointment and they disassemble everything. And now they are just leaving all the stuff for, again, $59, and then we have other movers coming in and assemble all the furniture. Crazy day. Guys, I wanted to share something with you. Last year I made a video. It was about Los Angeles, and I was talking about the American dream, and we were walking in Beverly Hills with my husband, and we were like, we should get a house. We should totally get a house next year. It was in 2019, and we shook our hands and we were like, okay, we're getting a house next year in Beverly Hills. And then 2020 happened. You know, the first thing about 2020 is that our business, Lingo Trip, is dependent on international travel. And when borders started closing, we started losing a lot of money because clients couldn't travel. And I realized how financially insecure we are. Yes, I have different sources of income, but I also understand that, you know, we have to support a company should something happen, and it's just so unstable. This was reason number one. Reason number two, I think I had this insecurity that, you know, I don't have my own home, my money is sitting in my bank account, I'm not investing in anything. But in 2020 I started investing. I started buying stocks, index funds, I started buying bonds, and because I started doing this, I realized that this insecurity, this anxiety that my money is not working, it just went away. And I think I came up to a conclusion that we don't really have to buy a house. So I did some calculations. The house that we're renting right now, it is valued at $4 million. And so if we decided to buy it, so the average down payment is like 15 to 20%. But okay, let's imagine that we got a great deal. We're putting down $500,000, which is again too much. I would just invest this money into stock market, but whatever. And then we're getting $3.5 million in loan money. That means for 30 years, we would need to pay $18,000 monthly towards a mortgage. And we're renting this place 2x cheaper. And I am not sure that this is the place where I want to spend the next 30 years, because we change locations every, well, recently we've been changing locations every 5 months because we moved out of San Francisco in May and then we started traveling. San Anselmo, Los Angeles, Malibu, Turkey, St. Petersburg. Now we're back in Silicon Valley and I just like this freedom. And, being attached to a place, or even if we try to rent it out, we would get less money than we were paying towards the mortgage. And this is just so much headache. Because the guy who owns this place, I just noticed some animals in the backyard, and so he's gonna take care of it because they're destroying everything here. Something breaks in the house, he has to take care of it. So you have to be always available to manage your property. And I just don't want that these days. I want to spend more time with my family, with my baby, and I would just rather invest in stock market, invest in my content, invest in creating something than, just spend time on managing a house. And I think I really adore what Meet Kevin and Graham Stephan does, but I also understand that this is their passion. They love real estate. I don't. I love nice houses, but I don't like managing them. When people tell me, about water pumps and electricity, I get so bored. It is not something I want to do for a living. So I think we came to a conclusion that we are renters and we're still going to be renters because it is. I think people who can afford buying 4 million houses without even thinking, and I know some people here in Silicon Valley, they exited their startups and they got tens and hundreds of $1 million and they just buy houses without thinking because this is a minimum fraction of their assets. We're not at this stage yet, and I feel a lot more secure if I know that, we're paying this rent right now, but we can move out anytime. We can go wherever we want and do whatever we want instead of being attached to a house. And another thing that this table is telling me is that we're going to pay $2.3 million in interest over these 30 years just to finance this house, just to get this mortgage. And again, this money could have been invested in something. And this just means that for the next 30 years, we have to make at least 18,000. Well, we have to make more because, you have to support yourself as well. So with renting, I get to live in different places. I get to live in these amazing neighborhoods, being surrounded by Sergey Brin as the neighbor, some other great entrepreneurs are neighbors here, and I think it is great that we can afford living here as renters because if we bought something, it would definitely be a different neighborhood, and the schools are great here. The nature is great. It's January, guys, and I'm wearing my t-shirt. This is crazy. I just came from St. Petersburg and it was snowing, and wow. Currently, I'm just happy to be here. I don't have this anxiety of not owning a home, and I come from a culture where people if you haven't bought a house by the age of 30, you're homeless, you're unsuccessful, and not you're not a human, but you're getting judged. Even on my Russian channel, I have a Russian channel on YouTube, people judge me a lot for renting. They're like, no, you have to buy a house. Why spend so much on rent? And this might sound reasonable for some people, but in my current situation, I just want to be in a place that is the center of the world. This is what I think. I think Silicon Valley, California. Some people who moved to Austin might think differently. But another thing I wanted to mention, if you watch my interview with Gary Tan, I like what he said. He said, I was born here in the Bay Area. And it's very regular when people start saying, this is the end of Silicon Valley, people are moving out, companies are leaving, this is not going to be the hub for IT and innovation. But the thing is, because the capital stays here, all the investors, they have their houses, they have their kids at schools, they wouldn't move. And this means that new startups will come here to seek funding. And it's actually good that corporations are leaving because the prices are inflated right now. When corporations leave, they're going to go down. And this will create more opportunity for new startups. And I consider ourselves a new startup. Well, kind of new startup. I still have some ideas that I want to bring to life. I don't think Silicon Valley is going anywhere. I just think there will be more hubs in the world, which is great. But I still think Silicon Valley has a bright future. Let me know, guys, what you feel. Have you ever been in the same situation before? We just met first neighbors. They're from Sweden. Really nice couple. And that's a really good sign that people want to meet me. And they're like, where are you from? Are you new here? She lost her sock from her great grandma. Because that means they care. And that means that they're here for a long time. Because if they don't ask you anything, sometimes in San Francisco, people just don't care. New people, whatever. Especially in big buildings. I mean that. Bigger buildings, people don't really care. They don't meet neighbors. Not everyone. We made some good friends. But a lot of people whatever, I'm here for a year. And you just don't want to waste your energy on making connections, but it's different here, which I like. As you can tell, it's all up and down here. Good workout with a stroller. We have so many packages at home. We have so many boxes that my best decision was just to go for a walk. Okay, moving the next day after a transatlantic flight was really a bad idea. I am so tired. And we still have a lot of boxes. Oh my god. Wow, I am so tired. But the bedroom is ready. I still have some mess around. Emily's asleep. I'm almost asleep. I'm just about to collapse. Oh, wow. Transatlantic flight, moving, knew everything in 2 days. First time burning our fireplace. Yeah? And the sunset is amazing. Fire! Yes, fire! It's fire! Fire burning there! Yes! Good morning. Good first morning from home. I woke up so happy. I woke up at 5 a.m. It was still dark, and then I saw the sunrise, and it was all pink, and I was like, oh my god, this is our home. Looks so romantic, right? I'm gonna show you something not romantic. This is something not romantic. We still have more boxes. We still have more stuff to do. And oh yeah, talking about MakeSpace. There are some things that are damaged, right? This is broken. And then the table, our dining table, this. So there are some issues, and there are some broken dishes, and I need to contact them once we figure out everything, like what's broken, and we'll see what they tell us. Okay guys, very important question. The owner asked me to water all the fruit trees, and we have an orange tree, a lemon tree, and then another lemon tree. And I'm reading online that for older trees, you just leave water on for 2 hours, and that might take a while. So I'm just wondering, if I have this, and this is my orange tree, how long do I leave the water for? I'm sure I have experts watching. Please let me know. This is my favorite part of the house. One of my favorite parts. This is our backyard. And I'm so happy they left us all the furniture, and we have everything already set up. We have orange tree, lemon tree, we have flowers, we have an olive tree, we have deer living there, and we have a cage for a rabbit. I'm not planning to get any rabbits. I'm planning to get a sandbox where I'm gonna plant. So we're gonna start with a balcony, so with a terrace. We're gonna grow some dill and cilantro, maybe something else. And then when I get into the mood of gardening, I also wanted to plant some tomatoes. I don't know, I just get so excited about gardening and spending time outside, and Emily would take part. So I think it's gonna be cool. We're also gonna get a sandbox. So I'm pretty excited about, you know, making this space somewhere we can hang out all together. It's already very livable, but just, you know, adding some details. We're doing more shopping because I need sand for Emily's sandbox. I need gas for grill, and there are so many things that they deliver, but like delivery costs $400. So we're at Lowe's. Gonna buy some stuff. Excited. Oh, I'm also gonna do some gardening. So I'm buying some, what is it? Sand, soil. Wow, first time in Lowe's. 5 years and 6 years in the US, first time in Lowe's. Oh my god, this is what I need. This is what I need. This is it. Wow, this is so cool. Marina, 30 years old, acting like an old lady. I guess this is Russia, like a lot of old ladies in Russia have their own gardens. So we got some stuff. Sand is all over our car, which is not good, but hopefully we're gonna be able to fix it. And then more stuff. I need your guys' tips on minimalism. I can't imagine living in such a big house and being a minimalist, because when you have 3 bathrooms, you need 3 different sets of bath rugs. When you have, how many bedrooms? 3 bedrooms, you need 3 beds. So it's either like getting a smaller home or I don't even know, because you don't want to live in an empty home. So it's been like the last 3 days were going to stores, buying things, and because the storage company also lost some of our stuff, we can't really wait for them to find it, because it's like we need plates to eat from, we need forks, and they were all in the bins that I've lost. Hopefully they're gonna find them, or they would just reimburse, which is also kind of good. You're kind of selling your old stuff for the same price. Quick story about how we got the house. When we came to the US back in 2015, one of our friends got a house in Los Altos Hills, and he was telling that they had to compete for a house. They had to offer a higher price to rent it, not to own it. And I was like, wow, this sounds a little crazy. But then because we were renting an apartment, you don't have any price wars when you're renting from an apartment complex. You just agree with their price or you don't agree with their price. So in April, when we decided that it's time to look for a new home, we came to Los Altos Hills, and there was a great deal. Month to month, I think it was $6,500 for a big house, very beautiful house. And we applied for it without a deck, without anything, and we got declined. And then before that, we also got declined when we were applying to rent from people, not from like an apartment complex. And I started talking to my friends who got to rent houses in nice neighborhoods. I was like, how did you get those houses? And they started telling me that you have to prepare a deck and you have to offer a higher price. So since September, what I was doing, I was constantly monitoring Zillow, trying to figure out what are the deals like, what's the market like. And I haven't seen a lot of houses that I liked, but when I saw this house, and two of my friends came to see it, I was like, we have to get it. So I prepared a deck. It's like a very basic deck saying what I do, what my husband does, talking about Emily, talking about our previous residences and why we're moving to this neighborhood. And then I was given a tip that if you mention that you're looking to buy here, it's gonna be better for the application. And another tip was to offer a higher price, which I didn't do because, you know, you always try to get a lower price. But we were lucky that, so two of my friends saw the house. I was telling Dima, you know, let's just apply. And we applied, and I think we were one of the first to apply. And of course, high income. I think our income was maybe 5x higher, maybe even more. Like it has to be a lot higher than the rent. And I wrote a letter like why we would like to move into this house and that we would take great care of it. And we finally got it. So it's not like the straightforward process that you like a building or you like an apartment or you like a house and you apply and you get it. You actually have to navigate through everything. And also we're very lucky because of the pandemic, because a lot of people are moving out of the region and there are more, well, kind of, I wouldn't say there are more offers here in like neighborhoods in Silicon Valley, but still, it is less competitive. So if you're guys looking to move into a new, nicer neighborhood, this is your chance, like really. Because after this, we will have a better history and we'll have more chances of renting a place in a nice neighborhood, maybe buying someday. But yeah, here's the whole story, and it's not like an easy one. We started meeting our neighbors. We have like the whole group of people who live in the area, and I've also registered on the app called Nextdoor. And I started Googling names of people, and a lot of them are from Stanford. They work at Stanford. A lot of them are entrepreneurs, and a lot of them are on Wikipedia. And I'm like, wow, I need to step up my game because they're so cool. And I think a lot of like 90% of people who live here are actually owners, because the lady asked us, when did you get the house? Because she hasn't seen anything on the market. And I was like, oh, we're actually renting. And she said that a lot of people who live here have lived here for more than 10 years, which is again a great sign. It means that people actually take care of the neighborhood, that they're here for a long time, and this is the real deal, not somewhere when you're renting like a house and people come and go, or you're renting an apartment and people come and go. So I'm very happy to be here, and we're trying to talk to people more and more. It's just, you know, this is why you're in Silicon Valley, to connect with amazing, smart people. It's like, I feel like I'm on vacation because we have the sunshine, we have this nature around us, but I also feel this urge to hustle because of all the people around us. Guys, This is why I love Silicon Valley. Breakfast at friends, with friends from LA, talking about IPOs, companies, investing, startups, discussing business ideas. This is so cool. Feeling this is why this place feels like home. Picking up lemon for her dinner. Very romantic, but it fell down and I just don't want to waste it. Wrapping up this vlog with a dinner outside. Dima's cooking. So the home tour will be in the next vlog because we're still working on the house and you've seen like the empty house, but I want to show you a semi-final version. At least I want to put something into my studio and then I'm going to show you everything. Oh, by the way, decluttering advice that I just got. Declutter every quarter. I would try to do it more often because they take out our trash every Monday. So I was thinking maybe every Sunday I should just throw out boxes, or donate old clothes, old stuff, because it has to be disciplined. Otherwise we will drown in things that we don't need. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. See you very soon in the next vlogs. Bye.